Hello, folks. This is Kevin from Good Day, Good Prayers, and I hope that you're having a good evening. I have an update, and this is a very interesting update. The silver market went from 103 when it started out last night at 6 o'clock, and it went all the way up to $118 by late this morning. Well, however, what happened is that they made another push to push silver down. And as I said earlier in the earlier video, that when they made a push like that, it would stay for an indefinite period of time. Today, when they made their push, it went from $118 down to $102. Now, that is known as the trough, which in this case, that's what it is. And what happens with the trough is the fact that the time to buy is in the trough. Eric Trump and Donald Jr. call it the dip. Well, that is another term for the trough. And what happens during that time is that's the best time then to buy. If you're going to buy, you wait until what they call a dip or a trough, and that's where you buy, and then it moves back up. Well, it wasn't very long after it hit the 102 that it started going back up. Now, the last time that I looked at it was just a few minutes before I did this video. It was over 110 again, and in the process of continuing to move up. Now, it's not moving up quite as quickly as it was at the beginning of today when it opened up, but it is continuing to go, and it is going to continue on its way. From Sunday night, it really wasn't climbing real fast, but when we got to this morning, it started jumping up, and it just continued to go until it hit the 118 mark. That's when they made their push, and they pushed it back down, and it went down to 102. Then it started climbing back up, and that's where we are. It's climbing back up. Now, on Wednesday, there are some contracts that they are going to have to take care of. We have heard that there are people dumping contracts, but apparently what is happening during that dumping is that they are accepting dollars in place of silver because the silver isn't available. The banks have been trying to push the price down so that they can go ahead then and try to purchase the silver that they're going to need. The problem is that the silver that they wanted to be able to buy was going to be around $30, and now, of course, it's over 110, and it's going to be very difficult for them to be able to fulfill those contracts without completely going broke. Most likely, the contracts that have been written that are going to continue to come due are probably going to be the thing that ultimately leads to the demise of the banks. There will most likely be a time when Ripple Bank takes over. Now, with Ripple Bank, they will be tied to XRP, and so it's going to be possible for people to be able to invest in cryptocurrencies, one, of course, being XRP. there is, from what I understand, 100 billion XRP coins, and they are going to continue to put those into the economy until all 100 billion are out there. Something around 45 or 47 billion have already been placed out there, and there will be another group that will still go out there. Now, it may be possible that you can buy those on a market from other dealers, or you may wind up with the Ripple Bank and wind up getting new ones as you are depositing your currency into that bank. At least that is the understanding at this time. But we got an opportunity today to see how that the market recovers very quickly, and we are above the 110 mark all over again. So it is going to be very difficult for the banks. I think the reason why they will wind up being gone, and the new bank Ripple will be taking over, is because of the fact that they go belly up. And that's going to be kind of an interesting thing. I would imagine that if those contracts are still in play after Ripple takes over some of those banks, they might pay those off in XRP. I guess that's a possibility. But it'll be very interesting to see what happens. This is Kevin from Good Day, Good Prayers, and you folks have a good night.